closest thing to an apocalypse I dealt with recently is daylight savings time. Is there anything Rotary can do about daylight savings time? We've got Rotary people in here. We've got the District Governor, Peggy Pollen. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Thank you for coming by here, and I would have at least gotten you a tetanus shot before you came in, had I remembered you were coming.
I'm current.
You're current?
I'm
oh,
current.
Thank goodness. I hate liability. So we've got, obviously, this whole mess. A lot of people wonder, what does Rotary do? I happen to know because I'm a Rotarian, and I kid around about it a lot. In a lot of cases, you can scratch your head and say, well, what doesn't Rotary do? You take a look around, and some of the things that go on here in town, we're all familiar with the duck race every year. That's one of the biggest, most high-profile events in town. That is a Rotary event, and it is a fantastic event that goes on every year. If you've ever been down to the beach, down at Buggy's Beach, Rotary Beach, somebody put that together, and if you've been down to, if you've been up to Carlana Lake lately and seen some of the work that's been done out there on the docks and the new benches that have been put out there, those are Rotary projects as well. On a larger scale, Rotary gets out there and has been instrumental in destroying polio and in trying to defeat polio throughout the world. Not only that, we've got kids from this town every year that get to see the rest of the world and get a much broader understanding of the world and the culture that they live in by being able to travel. That is also a Rotary project, and we're going to talk about one of the fundraisers that's coming up that we're really excited about. The second year of the Apocalypse.
The Apocalypse
2. Yet another apocalypse that I actually collect.
True.
Collectible. They should have collectible apocalypse cards.
There you go.
And that should be on one of them. The world covered in bacon. Everybody's suffocating from bacon.
Carpe bacon.
Carpe
this year.
bacon is the theme this year. Peggy, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing great.
All right. Now tell us a little bit about your trip to Ketchikan. What are we doing on this trip? This is not often that we get a district governor here in town. It's a little bit, as you can see, well, it might be the caffeine for me. I don't know.
I think it's the caffeine because
it's probably the
we
caffeine.
come annually.
Okay.
Just to check up on people like you.
Just to check up on.
We're making sure everybody's.
Do I have to give my pin back? Oh my gosh! All right.
No. But I'm glad to see you have it on. That saves you money.
Hey, that's right. I didn't get fined.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I would be the one finding me. That's the worst part.
And as your president, I might be able to arrange this as a makeup meeting.
Thank you very much for that. I could use that. A lot of you know I'm the only one here in the building over the last couple of weeks, and it's been interesting. It's been interesting. If you've got a business that you run, say you're a business owner, and you want to just figure out what everybody does, just tell them all to leave for a couple of days. And I guarantee you will have a much better understanding about what gets done, how it gets done, and what you need to apologize to your employees for. There are a couple of things I will be very much apologizing to and changing a few things once Tracy gets back. So Peggy, tell us a little bit about your trip this year. I understand you were howling earlier today.
Yes, we went out there today and delivered dictionaries to third graders, which was a lot of fun. We had them look up words. The longest word in the English language is on the back page of that dictionary. So if you have a third grader, please check out their dictionary that they got today from that school.
Do you know what that word is?
We had one little girl that actually she made it through 3 lines of the word, which was pretty impressive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait. 3 lines.
No,
it's
a paragraph.
But it's one word.
Yep, one word.
It's a chemistry word, chemistry term. So I think she's going to be a
chemistry.
Me too.
No.
Oh, just for that reason.
Oh, it's awesome.
I like the symbols. No. But if you had to write that out, that's absolutely.
Writing it out, yeah, that would be tough.
All right, so we're filling children's minds with giant words that they'll never use.
Well, we also gave them some...
Of course, there's other words in there they will use.
And we had them look them up. That was a lot of fun and read the definitions, so that was cool.
So those dictionaries actually go to every single third grader here in Ketchikan, as well as on Metlakatla and Prince of Wales Island.
And that's a Rotary project.
Every
that's
year
the kind
during
of thing
Literacy
Rotary does.
Month. Yep.
And they're not only done just here in Ketchikan, but it's done in a number of the cities in the state, because it's like a district project that we do.
All right, so it's another solid project that Rotary does, and again, we've got a lot of those to look forward to coming up. We've got another big event coming up right here in Ketchikan. We're very proud to be hosting this year's district conference.
Yes.
Peggy, tell us a little bit about that. Tell us about how that happened. Tell us, was it somebody in the room that was lobbying heavily for it?
Why are you pointing at me?
I'm pointing at Michelle O'Brien.
It's totally her decision.
All right.
I'm afraid that would be Mary Kowalczyk.
Oh, Mary's fault.
Snoozer,
the snoozer button queen.
Yeah. Yep. She came and got me when I was nominated and elected as the district governor-elect, and said, you have to do your conference in Ketchikan, and we needed to have one here in the southeastern part of the state, and Ketchikan is beautiful. I did make one extreme crazy comment at the breakdown of our conference in Fairbanks last year, that if we had 250 members register for this conference in Ketchikan, I would run the zip line. So It looks
Are we
like
there? I mean, have we
We're
done
very
that?
close.
We're so close. I'm pretty much gearing up right now
All
on
right.
the zip line.
Well, I happen to know we've got Rotarians out there that may be listening in Metlakatla. We've got Rotarians that are listening from the surrounding areas. If you're out there, push it over the edge.
Yeah,
We want to see Peggy on a zip line.
Yeah, this crazy lady's going to run through the trees. So
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the pictures of that at district conference?
I'm hoping
on a
no.
giant screen.
No.
Oh,
no.
yes.
Oh,
live
like you're
feed.
going to shake your head and say no, like you can prevent that from happening.
I'm gonna
You're
try.
powerful, but I don't know if you got that kind of juice.
I think you're right. No, it should be fun, but one should always be adventuresome and put themselves out there, and that's what I plan to do.
And again, that's something else Rotary is all about. If you're out there and you've ever wondered, again, what Rotary is all about, it is all about folks that are getting out there doing a little bit more with their time than just sitting there. Doing a little bit more with their time than just thinking inside the box. This is a group of people that they have all one thing in common, which is that they want to get out there and give back to their communities and give back to their world. On the whole, you've got a group of people with Rotary that are well educated, in a lot of cases very successful, and these are folks that didn't get that way by being selfish for the most part. They got that way because they give back to their community. For that reason, this is an event that I'm truly looking forward to seeing all the folks who show up here in Ketchikan. That's the kind of people who are going to gather here. Now, we've got almost 250. We're close to that line at this point.
And that's Rotarians. Lots
Yeah.
of folks are bringing their families.
Right, they're bringing their families. We have youth exchange comes, and that's kind of fun because you get all the kids from different cultures here in one place, and they will do a service project here in town. I don't know what that is yet, but they put in trails or gardens or anything that the youth exchange group comes up with. They'll do a service project here, and then they report on that the Sunday of the conference. So you'll get some good work out of the kids, which is good.
Well, that's great. And again, that project hasn't been decided yet, but we're looking forward to that.
Yep, we're looking
I
for
see
a project.
it in
You know
your
what
You're thinking the station needs a remodel.
Actually, I'm thinking my house, actually. But I think my house needs to be power washed and painted.
Right.
That would be good. We're going to save it for a good community project. And without inviting the whole community to my house, it won't count, and I refuse to have guests.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
that. That's
Great.
that. That's that, at least yet. I won't do it yet. But the town in general is going to have guests, lots of them. I don't know what the estimate as far as the total number of people who are going to be here yet is, but it's going to be a lot of folks, perhaps whose faces you recognize at some point or another from having been here in the past, but a lot of folks who've never been here before. And that's the great thing about an event like this. I mean, we can have, like what's going on today, Tuesday through Thursday, you've got the RAC meetings, Southeast Alaska Subsistence Regional Advisory Council getting together here in Ketchikan for the next few days. And again, you're going to look around, you're going to see faces that you don't recognize, that you don't see every day. This is going to be a whole different group coming in. Now, when was the last time District Conference was here in Southern Southeast?
I don't know.
It's
it was
long enough that nobody
like
seems to
20
have an
years,
answer.
It's
to
been
that.
like 20 years, at least 20, because I've been in Rotary 16, and I've been to all the conferences. I haven't been to the one down here.
So very likely a whole new group of faces from the last time that it happened.
yeah.
Really not very many people that are going to be coming from there. Probably the only person that was at that one from here, I got to think Jim Dahl. I got to think he was
I'm
probably
sure he
at
was,
that.
yeah.
I got to think he was at it. Probably a couple other folks, but that's the first one that comes to mind, and he's very active with Rotary International.
Yes.
And a lot of the projects that they do. For those of you who don't know, last season he did a motorcycle ride. He's working on a motorcycle ride that's going to go across to a lot of the different clubs and represents us here in raising money for Rotary International. Does a great thing. Rotary International money, by the way, going right to that base cause of stamping out polio.
Right.
Which again, we don't think about it a lot in this country, but one of the last spots to have an issue with polio was Ketchikan.
Yep, that's
Ketchikan
true.
here in Alaska. This is something that if we think back not that far, we realize that this town has been affected by it. We had the distinction, I believe it was about a month and a half ago, of honoring a group of basketball players that were prevented from going to a state tournament because of a polio outbreak here in Ketchikan. And this is how near this is to everybody that's here. We don't realize sometimes, we think polio, that's a third world problem. You know what? It might be now, but it's a small world. The idea that everybody can travel, that we need to make sure that this is eradicated once and for good, is something that is something that Rotary absolutely is at the forefront of.
Right.
And for those of you who believe that that's a worthy cause, like myself, I absolutely support it 100%. So thank you 100% for doing what you do.
You bet. Another interesting part, Rotary polio eradication is one of our big projects, but another interesting part people don't understand is that we have an annual fund that's part of our foundation. And it's one of the only organizations that I know of that I donate to that all the money given to the annual fund comes back to your communities through the district for doing grants. And if one of the clubs comes up with an idea that they want to build something or do something in town, they can actually raise the money in their club and then apply for a matching grant or a district simplified grant from the district, and we can double their money that they have for projects.
Which we just did that. We just got word that our project of landscaping and building benches over at Community Connections for their grand opening got a matching grant.
Yep.
So thank you.
Yes, but thank you, because if you hadn't donated 3 years ago, you wouldn't have that money to do it now.
True.
So
and that's
one
what
of
it's
the
all
things.
about. The foundation actually does some really wonderful things that way, and it's a great opportunity for our community and other communities with Rotary or with foundations of other sorts. There are a lot of them out there. We just happen to support Rotary because, well,
because we're cool.
Because we're cool, and we get great breakfasts on Thursday morning.
Or lunch on Tuesday.
Or lunch on Tuesday for the Rotary 2000 folks out there. We appreciate them as well. By the way, they just got involved in doing the carnations, the annual carnation sale, right?
$20 and deliveries available, and you can see any of the Rotary 2000 folks and buy your carnations, and they are lovely.
Now that's something that goes on every year right around Easter, correct?
Yep.
All right, so if you want to have some carnations delivered for Easter, get a hold of a Rotary 2000 member. They can help you out. What a great way to kind of celebrate the Easter holiday, maybe light up somebody's day, because everybody knows getting flowers delivered is one of the best ways, guaranteed, to light up somebody's day. And again, it goes to an amazing cause.
True.
It goes to something that's positive here in the community. All right, what else do we have going on? Anything, like, as far as the big plans for the district conference, anything we want to let out of the bag yet?
No, but I do want to mention that sponsorships are still available. So if you have for example, a tourist-related business, perhaps a restaurant or something that might be attractive to our visitors that are coming to town, they're very reasonably priced. We've got a great map in the middle of the program, and we'll be happy to add you to that sponsorship list.
I want to add this real quick. We talked about the folks that are coming into town with their families. They are going to be looking for places to eat. They're going to be looking for places to hang out and to see. And it looks like Peggy's going to be actually zip lining. So there's a lot going on. This is going to be amazing. But as a business owner, if you're out there and you're looking for a way to attract all of those folks that are coming to town to your business, what better way to do that than by sponsoring this event? Get a hold of someone with Rotary. We can help you out as far as Michelle O'Brien will be happy to help you out with that. I think she's pretty much ubiquitous at this point. She's present everywhere. All you got to do is turn on your TV or your radio even today, and there she is. But this is a great opportunity for you to get out there and to earn some of that business, at the same time welcome some great people to town who we haven't probably seen in a long time, and a lot of them possibly have never been here. And not much better way to attract them to your business than by being a sponsor for this event.
And we have some great speakers that will be speaking as well at the conference. We have a UN spokesman who will be coming in talking about peace. Rotary has a peace initiative, and they believe in, they have 6 areas of focus that they work on. And they believe that if we work on and focus on these 6 areas of focus, which are things like maternal and child health care and water and sanitation, disease prevention, those types of things, economic and community improvements, if we focus on those, then we can actually build peace in the world. So those are the types of things going on. And we have this gentleman from the UN who will be coming to speak. And then we have another Rotary President's representative will be coming and talking about more of what Rotary is doing, and how close we are on the polio, giving us updates and things like that. So it's a pretty informative meeting as well.
It's an amazing group of people that are going to be showing up, and I just wanted to say, if you've ever wanted to be involved in an organization that takes part in the solutions to problems on a local, national, and global level, I can't think of a better one than Rotary.
Yeah.
You guys do a great job. I'm proud to be a part of that organization, and thank you to Michelle O'Brien for dragging me in on Thursday mornings early in the morning and making me do that. It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to be a part of that. And Peggy, it's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Nice to meet
Now
you.
we've got some silent but
yes.
deadly back here. Come on, man, grab the mic. I want to say hello.
He's from Juneau, no less.
Chris Letterman from Juneau. He's my assistant here in Southeast.
Hello.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good, man. I mean, when you're the assistant in Southeast, you're like the bodyguard, or how does this work? I know Peggy's got a security staff and a couple of limos outside.
Right. No, actually, my role is 100% support for Peggy, and I'm sort of the go-to person for club.